Okay, so I've had a lot of people ask me to do tutorials on how I draw faces or just characters in general. So I decided to finally do one. Um, since I don't have proper video recording equipment, I'm going to do this digitally as opposed to I work a lot with traditional mediums, as some of you may know, but I also do a lot of digital, so we'll do it this way. To start off, we're just going to start a blank. If you're planning on doing a finished piece that you printed or showing, it's best to do them about a 300 DPI. Larger the size means if you try and print it, you're going to get a better print than if you did something at like a 72 resolution. But we're not going to go into too much of that because I'm guessing you guys want to see how I draw. So to start off with, we've got our blank white background. I'm going to put up a new layer, and that's where I'm going to do the line art. This can be helpful later. For one, it makes it really easy if you screw up and want to just go back to your background, you can delete the whole thing. And the other thing is later, if you want to change your line art color, it makes it really easy. Things like that. So we are going to do a quick headshot of Katniss Everdeen for this. So starting out, I usually will do your simple, the base circle, and we'll just with a few guidelines to kind of do, and I will sketch in a very, very rough base sketch to kind of give an indication of what I'm going for before I get into my more refined line art. And I'm doing this in like a color, usually like a purple or a blue, just so when I go to do a black or a darker line art, it's easy to differentiate between the two. So usually in between this stage and when I start doing my final stuff, a lot of things will change. So I usually don't worry too much about being exact in this stage. And then once I've got that in, usually go in, change the opacity down so it's a little lighter. I'll go and put in a new layer and then switch over to my black. And I'm also going to up to my higher resolution, play around with this line art. We're going to go with about 82% on the flow. And let's start with her eyes. Usually when I'm drawing any character, I almost always start with the eyes, unless I'm just doing like quick bodywork sketches, just because that's going to tell you your character's personality is usually right in the eyes is going to tell because and thing about eyebrows, and since it's Katniss and she's always annoyed, we have to have usually the arching eyebrows, lower to the eyes. I usually have her looking out in the corner at a 3/4 view. Now I'm not happy with that eye, so let's go back and change it. And I'll often do things like this. Like I'll get started on the second part after I've laid some details in, and then I go back and I don't like it, and I just switch it. Which is kind of the nice thing about digital is it makes erasing really, really easy. Yeah. Usually I would probably up the percentage on these if I was doing a finished piece that wasn't just like a kind of quick tutorial to get a cleaner line. I'd also probably be a little more meticulous when it came to just getting everything in proportion and looking nice and neat. Maybe at some point I will do like a speeded up video where it will show me doing an entire piece. We'll see. No promises. Okay, so we've got a basic shape down the face. Give her a neck here. Okay. Zoom back a little bit. Just go ahead and take a look and see how it looks. And if I want to see how the liner is going without all the blue lines, just go over here and hit the little eye. I'll make them disappear temporarily. Right now I'm seeing